If there's a spirit presence here, could you do something? Can you show us that you're here? Do you hear that?
I did. What was that? Oh, it's cold. Yeah, it's freezing.
It's freezing back here. Do you hear that?
I did. Flash the lights if you mean us harm. You alright, darling?
Yeah, we're picking up two completely different energies now.
Do you wish to talk to us? Please make the lights flash on and off. Now, please. Do you wish to talk to us? Do you wish to talk to us?
Do you hear that?
What was that?
Do you hear that? Do you hear that?
What was that?
Do you hear that? This is gonna sound really, really crazy, but I'm gonna give it to you the way I'm receiving it. It's as if...
Do you wish to talk to us?
Do you hear that?
Do you wish to talk to us? The lights are going on and off. Quick, 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 quick.
They're learning how to communicate.
Do you mean us harm? Flash the lights if you mean us harm.
Do you hear that?
Flash the light. Flash the light. Flash the lights if you mean us harm.
I don't know what's happening back here.
Oh, it's cold. Yeah, it's freezing.
It's freezing back here. If there's a spirit presence here, could you do something? Can you show us that you're here? Do you hear that?
I did.
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 Broadcasting from deep within the StreamYard studios, from high atop the KPC Music Corporate Tower in the southwest desert town of Kanab, Utah. This is doloremvox, and now your host, Kelly Chambers.
That's right. Get a warrant. This is Kelly, and this is doloremvox live. And for those of you that are watching it at a later time, it is pre-recorded. Right now, I'm going to bring in Miss Lily, my co-host. Now, let's see. There she is.
Hi.
And our special guest tonight, David Velasquez from Belgium, is joining us. And there's Dave. And I titled this podcast, My Paranormal Childhood. Dave said he wanted to come on and he had a story to tell. I know Miss Lily and I definitely have a story to tell.
Definitely.
It's good to see you, Dave. You're looking good. You're looking healthy.
Thanks.
Yeah. And the shine from your
great.
Glasses are awesome. I like that. It actually kind of works. Yeah, I like that. It reminds me of something. I can't put my finger on it. Sure. So,
Those novelty glasses with the eyeballs.
Oh, that's good. Not that, but that's good. I like that. How you doing, Miss Lily? How
I'm
you
doing
over there,
okay.
sweetheart?
Doing okay.
Are you?
You
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
Old.
So you send me a text message. Oh, I forgot it's Wednesday.
Yeah,
I
like
do
2
it
hours
too.
ago. I was like, is it Wednesday? And sometimes I
is it
wonder, like, is the phone lying to me? What if it isn't Wednesday? And I don't.
Is it?
Is it?
Is it
What
Wednesday?
reality are we in? I don't like this particular reality. So
Ah,
I was
well,
wondering.
here, I'm going to do this real quick before we get started. So just hang for 1 sec.
Techno Poetry with David Shadow Velasquez and DJ Ollie Wisdom, a listener's party. Live and only here on DoloremVox, Wednesday, June 4th at 5 p.m. So wake the kids and wake the neighbors. Call the family and tell your friends. It's Techno Poetry on the DoloremVox podcast. Bing, bang, ba-boom.
Bing bong boom. Uh-oh. Can't hear Kelly. I think you're muted.
There we go.
Balls.
There he is. Okay. God, I need a producer. Somebody to
Right.
do this stuff. It's crazy. I know there's a way to do this where you just take the whole window down. I don't know how to do it. Whoa.
That was the whole window.
Hey.
The whole window went
Yeah, I
down.
took the window down. Well, that's the way to do it, I guess. I'll just hit this and
Whoa.
ba-bing, ba-boom.
It's haunted.
That actually might work now that I'm doing this. I don't know. Here, let's check
The
this
Heavy
out.
Metal Shop, peddling evil since 1987, Salt Lake City, Utah. Online at heavymetalshop.com or call 801-467-7071. That's metal. That's the Heavy Metal Shop.
Hey, that worked. All right. I learned something new. But we have no background. So let's get a background. Hold on. Let's see. Why don't I have a background?
There you go.
Wicked.
Do you see a background? Oh, yeah.
Yep.
There we go.
Yeah,
Got all
yeah.
kinds of cool backgrounds and stuff.
Sort of space aged.
Yeah, I like that. We'll just leave that.
An astrology sign.
Is that what
Right,
it is? I don't
right.
know.
It's Aquarius
We got
rising.
this. We got this one. Let's see. Oh, no, it's taking forever to change. Oh, there we go. Whoa. Okay.
It's Tron.
Jeez. And I'm still learning this program, so excuse me, guys. But
yeah.
here I am playing commercials. I don't get paid for any of these commercials. I did them for free for these businesses. And, you know, I got to show what I can do, you know. So
Right on.
things are taking off. It looks like I actually will have a paid commercial coming up soon, which is nice. You know, I don't know how much you guys watch YouTube, but
I watch
you
YouTube.
know, it would be nice when that's all I ever watch. But you know, it's funny. I've been binging on the Roku channel, which is like live television. I've been watching Leave It to Beaver. I don't know why. I love that show. So it's been just Leave It to Beaver 24/7.
50s.
And then I'll switch over and watch Frasier. You know. This is over here.
I watch so much game
You don't
content
like
that
that?
I watch a lot of game content. So
Oh, that's right. You do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just got
You
invited
see
to.
game content.
Yeah, I just got invited to a live game, which I've never done with a group of people. I'm so nervous. And I turned it on and it's like, what kind of character you want to be. And I'm like, wait, there's a choice? Oh crap.
Yeah.
So you're scrolling through it like, oh, these kids, I need like an intern. I need a 15-year-old to tell me what exactly to do, but super exciting. That's how I
Liz,
escape the horrible world.
I'm going to have to go in and check this out while you're on and maybe go live, because I know I can go live from Twitch. So
yeah, people, I'll probably be streaming. I've got all the stuff to go. I just haven't dived into the freebie app. I haven't figured out how to work that yet, even though it's free and it's supposedly simple.
To monetize it.
You can eventually. There's no guarantee. If you get followers and you get people following, like I'll be watching people I follow while I'm playing, which is kind of fun. You can be in the same game, but and I play with I have my own server.
That's what's happening with,
So I have my own server, and I'll have my best friend will play with me because I can't see him very often, and he'll come on, and I'm like, if we had this live, it's kind of like if we had live when we were younger. That'd be crazy. Some of the conversations, and I watch these younger kids. I'm like, I don't even know. They don't even know what it's like to not have a phone everywhere you go. You're like, oh, I can't. I wasn't able to call you. I wasn't near a phone. Now you're like, damn it. Everyone knows where I'm downloaded.
Well, this show, my paranormal childhood, and Dave is here because he has a story. So, are you ready, Dave? You want to step in, sir? What do you think?
Honestly, it's like I was trying to decide which one to tell, because I have actually several ghost stories and
do tell.
Had a very strange life. At least 2 of them happened in Berkeley.
Dude.
During a period when I was squatting houses with some fellow punk rock street friends of mine.
Right.
And but I have one, and it's probably not a spectacular one. It's just I was traveling back and forth between California and New York. I used to hitchhike across the U.S. several times. And one time I got dropped off in the middle of Moab, Utah. This guy who was going a long distance decided to pull into a motel. And so he dropped me off. Yeah. I went across the street from the motel into a dune, a sand dune, put out my bedroll. And you must know Moab. It's like big, flat, vast expanses.
Hot.
A big moon, full moon that night. After a bit, I couldn't sleep. Sometimes when you're traveling, hitchhiking, I would get this thing like I would call Easy Rider complex, just like worried, like, what am I going to wake up to, cops or, rednecks looking to do me harm. So I have a hard time sleeping. So I decided, okay, hell with it. I'll just start walking and roll up my bedroll, go down to the highway. Well, we were on one road, but then there was this super highway that runs past it. So I start walking on that, and there is nothing on this. I forget how many lanes it was. It was a very large highway. I just start walking, I don't know, north, I guess. Like I'm in the flat area, and then off in the distance, you have those mountains with the flat tops, they're quite spectacular in the daylight and at night as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
So I'm walking along, and I don't know how late it is, but there's a full moon overhead. You can see for miles and miles and miles. It's completely flat except for those, hills in the background. I'm walking towards them. No one around me, nothing. I'm walking along, and then suddenly I start hearing, like in a distance a little bit, click, clock, click, clock, click, clock. And I'm looking around. I don't see any kind
Like
of
a
like
horse?
Well, it's like I'm looking around trying to see if there's any machinery around making that noise, but it sounds like a horse. It sounds like horse hooves.
Yeah.
And I'm standing there and I hear like click, clock, and that's really loud. And it goes past me, click, clock, click, clock.
Huh.
Nothing there. I hear it, should
That's
see
weird.
it, and it goes past me and goes off into the
Huh.
distance, fainter and fainter.
Wow.
And then I'm just like, okay, I'm
That's
just going to
weird.
keep walking.
Yeah.
I wound up walking till the sun came up.
Horrifying. So
And
maybe
then, and then the sun comes up. Suddenly the highway's full of cars. And I'm so tired. I sit down. I have like my sign with me. And I pass out and someone pulls over and gives me a ride all the way to, I think it was Arizona.
wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's,
So you came down through my area then, obviously. Yeah.
yeah.
I love it here. Canal.
Does that seem
Utah
like a ghost
is-
story to you, though?
Very. So
Oh, yeah,
what kind of
definitely.
what kind of
Yeah.
spirit was you wonder out in the middle of nowhere like that? Like what some sort of prairie cowboys. Who
Right.
knows?
Yeah.
I mean,
Huh.
used to be the post office,
Yeah,
right?
that
would
would
go-
make me go, Yeah.
It's crazy when you're hearing steps and there's no one there.
Yeah.
But you said you heard clocks.
What was one of
so-
your experiences, Elizabeth?
Oh,
Lily?
talking about
Lily?
childhood ones. We lived in this apartment that so much stuff
Yeah.
happened that my dad would be mad all
A
the time because
ton.
like stuff would be missing or pots and pans would be left out. And I mean, there's three of us kids, so you assume it was one of us, ding dong, something in the middle of the night. But
Mhm.
we're like, no. And there was one week where Kelly had a couple experiences where you thought I was up, but I wasn't. And that week, I was a little thinking about it in that
Oh,
room.
yeah.
And I had the toys set up. We played guys
Yeah.
with the apartments and the little Fisher Price,
Mhm.
and it was carpet. So these toys don't
Yeah.
roll. You have to push them. And I was like, thinking to myself, a little
that's
creepy in here. And I look over and that one little car starts rolling. And I'm like, where you just
Mhm.
frozen by it because you're like, how the hell is that moving? And I run downstairs, and of course, Dad's like, yeah, sure. And I'm like, I'm not going back up there alone. And I come back up, and all the cars were moved back. So they were, and
Oh,
I'm like,
Wow.
I'm like 8, so
And we
just
had,
remember it
we
vividly.
had,
Wow.
we had bunk beds, and you were
Yes,
sleeping on the
always.
bottom. We were sharing a room, and
He'd
Mitch
like
had
throw
the
stuff at
room
me all
to
the time.
himself. I'll never forget this. I know. I'll never forget this. I woke up and I looked, and I thought it was you sitting at a vanity with a big mirror. Well, we didn't have a vanity with a big mirror.
Nope.
And what got me was I looked down from the top bunk, and you were asleep.
Yeah.
And I look again, and the girl turns and looks at me. And of course, as a child, what do? Blankets over the head.
Yeah.
That's going to save me,
You were saying my name,
Yeah.
and I was like, what? And you're like, oh,
Yes.
it's not you.
Yeah.
We didn't have a vanity. There was definitely a dresser,
Yeah.
but there was no there's not,
No
So who
mirror
knows?
or anything. No. It
That
was
house
like
had
a
a-
whole vanity. And there-
that house had a vibe. I wonder if, maybe it was built on top of a graveyard. It was one of those condo, townhouses. So it's a whole courtyard.
Dad told me, yeah, it was built. There was a mansion there at one time.
I believe
and
it.
A bunch of just open land, and that's as far as what he knew. But he had an experience with a closet. He thought one of his kids was in the closet because
Same
he
place.
said he was just nodding off. Yeah,
Mhm.
and the door's shut. So he gets up and he puts he looks in the closet. Nobody's in there. He gets back in bed. The closet door shuts again. Finally gets up, puts a a slipper or something on the door track, and he's sitting there watching it, and the slipper jumped out,
Moves.
and it closes again.
I've never even heard this story. I
Yeah.
totally believe it though,
My
because
big,
that house, especially that second floor, was where
well,
I
I'll
just
never
feel
forget.
like the vibe up there,
Yeah.
you know, like.
Well, the biggest one that got me was my brother Mitch and I were sharing that bedroom. You got older, we all, you know,
Yeah.
Liz,
Yeah.
Lily got her own bedroom, and we were watching Saturday Night Live, and we were coming up the stairs, and you took a hard right to get into that bedroom. Mitch stops in front of me. I stopped behind, standing in the doorway. You couldn't really see, you could just see the outline, like somebody, you know, in the dark was standing right in front of us. And that's all I remember. I remember
That
getting the
room.
shit scared out of me.
Yeah.
Oh God, that
We'd have
room.
babysitters and they wouldn't go
Room.
upstairs.
But
They're like,
then
we're not going upstairs.
Oh no. But then the kitchen, my mother would blame us because she'd get up in the morning and dishes were strewn all over the
Yeah.
floor.
Pots and pans.
Chairs are stacked up.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm 8, so
Wow.
that
You know, all
shit,
the
shit did go down. Like I did weird shit, but not like I didn't do that. Like that wasn't my
Yeah,
MO to
right.
take pots and
Well,
pans out. Like
no.
I'm more like I remember it
No.
was before a skating meet. It's not ghost related, but I'd be so stressed that I remember putting a banana in the hamper and the hairbrush in the fridge. And my mom's following me like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "I'm just cleaning up. I got this." Little stress monkey. I'm like, and they're like, "Why are you putting a banana in there?" I'm like, "I got this." And we play hide and seek a lot, so I would hide in weird shit. So if Dad thought I was in the
Oh
closet,
yeah.
that was real. Like I would definitely hide, and I'd hide and then fall asleep. So it was a really big closet.
Right.
I'd get in there and just fall asleep. And I guess you guys didn't look
That's
for me. I'm
crazy.
not sure. Maybe you weren't looking for me. That's what I wonder. Like, yeah, go hide. And then, so I feel like they're constantly trying to get rid of you.
This house I'm living in right now, I just moved up here to live with Dad, and the room I'm in, I have my workstation with my keyboard and stuff over here to my left, and I walk by the doors open. I walk by and several times somebody's sitting in my chair here where I'm talking to you from. Yeah,
Damn.
yeah, that got me. And also, I remember walking in. None of this is walking into the kitchen, and it was just like a ball of light coming out of the floor, just whoosh. And that happened all the time. Yeah. So somebody's here, or somebody was. That hasn't happened in a long time, and I wonder
Maybe
why. You know,
some sort of time travel
I
too.
always
I wonder.
is it somebody we knew? Yeah, that was weird though. Walking by my room, I poke my head in, and there's somebody sitting at my
That's crazy.
workstation.
That's crazy.
It's just,
That's crazy.
yeah, crazy.
Can
Okay,
I tell
Dave,
this
your
one
turn.
about one of the SWAT stories?
Yeah, do
Because
tell.
I'm trying to remember the name of the street. It was like right adjacent to Telegraph Avenue in Berkeley. And so
Okay.
a friend invited me to stay there at that place. And mostly they were inhabiting the upstairs. I go there one night. They were all down on Telegraph Avenue out for the evening. And I'm in there by myself, you know, it's a squat, so there's no furniture, just one TV set, you know, and everyone's mattresses and bags and stuff. And I'm sitting in the hallway because there's only one place I could plug in the TV. And I remember it's like, because it was a very striking moment of TV where I was watching for the first time. It was like the international broadcast of a track by The Jam called Going Underground. It was like their debut of that video. And it is a very powerful song, powerful video. And the song had just ended, the video had just ended, and I'm sitting there and kind of left with a wow, you know, feeling like that was amazing.
Right.
And suddenly I see a shadow go past me and down the stairs that are just to my side.
Oh,
Hmm.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
And I was like, like a person, a woman just
Whoa.
walked past me.
Whoa.
And
Yeah.
here's the part where it really starts to accelerate, and I start finding out about the house. I mean, first off, I look, there's nobody in the place. Second, I sit there and I close my eyes, and suddenly my head was filled with all these images. I could see a young man with long brown hair and
Yeah.
occultic robes, robes with occult designs on it. And
Yeah.
the young man with sort of a Fu Manchu mustache. I see, it was like rituals and things
Mm.
like,
Wow.
people doing some kind of ritualistic thing and a frenetic energy and all that stuff. And I was like,
Wow.
Right.
and suddenly I was just chilled, felt a chill. So I thought, okay, I think I'm going to go out on the street saying it out loud, politely turn off the TV
Wow.
and exit. And I go up on the street and I find one of the guys who I was living with, and this guy, Craig. And I said, hey, Craig, man, you aren't going to believe what I just went through. And I told him about what I just experienced. And he said, I don't know how you knew it, but the house we were living in used to be a coven of witches.
Shut up.
Oh.
And
I mean, why not? Perfect neighborhood.
and I said, and for some reason the name
Yeah.
Timothy entered my head. And he said, yeah, the guy who owned the house name was Timothy, and he disappeared.
Wow.
Nobody knew what happened to him. And there was also a thing about how he said a woman had died in that house.
Wow.
And I didn't know any of this stuff. It just like popped into my
Yeah.
head after the woman kind of disappeared. So,
You're right.
and there was more to it, but
Huh.
yeah, just.
I mean, you wonder about the residue that we
Wow.
leave, right? If there's such a powerful, especially traumatic things where people talk about ghosts who are trapped, or like it feels to me like almost like a X-ray negative, like sometimes our house here has a lot of activity, but it's not scary. It's just when it's scary, you're like, holy shit. And I don't mind it, but like this house has a lot of cat ghosts, so you think you feel a ghost, cat walks away, and you're like, there's no cat there. You're like, whoo, some kitty's looking out for you. But yeah, I think about the residue.
YouTube,
Could you think of a coven of witches? Like, what kind of residue?
But there was painting on the walls in one of the
Wow.
rooms.
Nice.
And I mean, my friend was saying, well, yeah, they were kind of into some kind of Kaliistic magic thing.
Wow.
And there was like this, how do you say, circular design, spiral design on the wall.
Wow.
I just felt like somehow that was connected to it. But one of the other people saw this guy that I described, this woman who was living with us. And she said she looked up and she saw this guy standing over, staring at her. And he was just an apparition.
Did you say this is off a Telegraph?
Yeah. Damn it. I wish I could remember
Changed
the name
so
of the
much
street,
now.
but...
You wouldn't even recognize it. It's kind of sad. Berkeley ain't the same. When you go there, you're like, yikes. People's Park is now apartments, I guess.
Oh, man, that's sad.
Really sad, actually. I'm glad my mom isn't alive for that. It's pretty sad. I'm glad mom isn't here. That would really break her heart. Also, Trump would break her heart pretty hard. So glad she isn't here for that. She missed a black president too. Shit. She missed all this stuff.
I moved from Utah to Mesquite, Nevada for 1 year, and I did a CD for a label, and so I was just there for a year. This apartment, I would get woken up all the time.
Dude.
Somebody screaming at me. Yeah,
Jesus.
It was not an old apartment complex either, but
interesting.
a lot of strange stuff. in the corners of every room in my apartment. And
Interesting.
but yeah, there was a lot of activity. I've woken up every night,
Hmm.
and of course I had my dog, my pug, Miss Nina, and Simon the cat, and they always saw what's the.
Right.
You probably experienced that, Lily, with your cats. They look
Yeah.
off or they're looking at something. Yeah,
Right.
that was
We
weird. And
call
I
it looking at
never
eggs.
saw anything. But
You know,
looking at
sitting there
what?
looking. I call it looking at eggs. I found a friend of mine in the grocery store, and he looks like a Viking. You know, he's a big dude. I could walk up next to him. He didn't notice me for kind of
Yeah.
a while. He was just staring at the egg,
Huh.
the egg section, and I was like,
At the
dude, are you
eggs.
okay?
Yeah.
And he was like, looked at me and he goes, dude. He said he was staring at the prices, and then was like, so now we call it looking at eggs. I'm like, you looking at eggs? Like,
Oh,
yeah.
jeez.
Nowadays, guy, I guess now.
Looking at
Or if
eggs.
now
That's
to buy
good.
eggs here, you have to go. I get them at Trader Joe's, but they usually run out by the end of the day. So they're not super expensive here, but you can only have like
Oh, yeah.
one arcade. You can buy
Yeah.
one thing per day, so you have to come early, like around 9 o'clock, to
Right on.
TJ's.
Wow.
But if you go to Safeway, it's
Wow.
like probably like $8 instead of $4 or $5. So
Wow.
it's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. It is.
The cost of living
The
here is
price,
absolutely
yeah, it's
astonishing. It's hideous. Like where would I go from here
Yeah.
though? I mean, this is my hometown. I'm not sure.
Right.
Might be Sebastopol, might be the next move, if we don't end up buying this
Right.
place. But and where are you, Dave? You're
I'm in Ghent, Belgium.
Belgium.
Belgium. Oh, let's trade, dude. I'm coming to your house.
Dent. Okay.
How is it there?
Always
You're in Dent? Dent.
Yeah.
How long have you been there?
Let me see.
Forever?
My
Wow.
younger daughter is
Aw.
nearly 30. So
Oh shit.
well, yeah, that's right, because
You have kids.
I came out here in
Good 30 years.
1996
Dang.
and stayed. So yeah, I've been
Yeah.
here quite a while.
Yeah, the last time I saw you was probably like
What made you
80,
stay?
86 or something.
87.
Yeah, 87. Dude.
Wow.
And that was just before the first time I came to Europe. But then I went to Europe twice, would stay for periods of time, like the second time, 88, 89. And then I came back to the States and stayed for several years.
Dang. Cool.
But
And
then
also,
I was traveling out with a friend, backing up his band, and I met someone, and that's why I wound up staying.
Oh, nice. Oh, sounds beautiful.
Well, we're not
Oh,
together, but I have
why-
kids here, so I
Yeah.
stay for my kids. And I like it here.
I was
That's
going to say,
awesome.
we have you scheduled, Dave, for June 25th. We're going to do an interview, go into your music. And of course,
Yeah.
June's, what is it? What do I have here? Oh, June 4th. I'm doing that techno poetry listeners party, which is going to be great. That everybody I played that stuff for, Dave, they just love it. Just good stuff.
Thanks, man. Cool.
Well,
Awesome. I'm glad to hear you still play music, dude. That's awesome.
I
yeah, of
appreciate. I really appreciate it getting another listen. I mean, I did that stuff such a long time ago, and yeah, you know, it's nice that it gets heard.
to revamp it. Yeah. Oh yeah. And I gave myself 3 months to, spread the word. I'll play my little commercials here on my podcast. I have a podcast coming up. Here, I'll put this up. This is coming Sunday. This guy, he's the hardest working man in show business. Is it coming up here? Let's see. Oh, come on. See, you guys will see stuff that I won't see. Do you see? Oh, there it is. There it is.
Twilight.
Christopher Alvarado. He does some really good stuff. He's several labels, actually, he what is it? Him and the Witches of uh, album together, and I think they're from Belgium somewhere. I think. I'm not positive, but I think so, Dave. I think they're from your part of the world.
What's it called?
But thanks for coming, Dave, tonight, and
my pleasure.
hanging out. Yeah, it's good. It's good having you.
Yeah, what time is it there?
You want to lay on us, man?
It's in the middle of the night for you?
Yeah, it's 12:30.
Oh, dude.
12:30. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're in the future.
Yeah.
That's right.
He's in the, yeah.
I wish I could change things, but
help us out, will you?
by the time you guys get here.
Drop some banana peels and shit.
That's all right. That's right.
Get stuck in all these time paradoxes.
Dude.
There you go. There you go.
I love that Interstellar movie. That really strikes me as if I could go and sort of pick these timelines to leave little messages to myself or people. Like, it feels like a ghost. I love that idea.
Or just start a new timeline.
Hey, I'm gonna. Yeah, there you go.
Please, let's.
Well, hey, I think we'll end it here.
Okay, awesome.
Not a long podcast tonight, but I think it's a good note to end it on. Like I said, we'll hopefully you'll join us, Dave, on the 4th for the listeners' party. Come hang out.
Oh, definitely.
I'm just gonna play. I'm gonna play all 5 parts. Or what do you consider those? Segments, parts? Because there's 5 of them. They're each a little over 5 minutes for the techno poetry stuff.
Yeah, could say segments. Yeah, I mean they're separate pieces, but when I performed it live, I was just like I would do these things where I would like drop a mask. I'd wear several masks, and then at the end of each poem, drop a mask.
Nice.
And be another under it.
Oh, that's cool. Wow. Is there anything online with you wearing a mask? I haven't seen it.
No, sadly not.
There's a lot of Dave Velasquez stuff online.
Bring it back.
Yeah, bring it back. I like that idea with the masks. That's very Peter Gabriel-ish,
Right.
Yeah,
right.
I like that. Very cool. Very cool. All right, guys. Well, hey, I guess we'll end the stream here. Dave, we'll see you on the 4th. Of course, Dave, you're always welcome to just pop in, if you just want to hang out.
Cheers. It's great seeing you guys.
Yeah.
It really is.
Dude, man, it's been a million freaking years. Yeah. Wow. It's a whole new world. This next page of our older lives. Yeah. Jesus, I absolutely had no idea what to expect, and still don't. Like, there's no manual.
Yeah. That's right.
Just try to find joy.
So do you have a story you want to see us out on, Dave? Yeah, another story or
one more ghost story?
Yeah.
Pretty much.
After we got chased out of that one house, we went and squatted another house down the street, down on Blake Street. It was a big, huge old house, 2-story thing with a massive, massive attic room. Yeah. I mean, like, there was like a front bedroom kind of thing, but then the rest of the attic, it was almost like a place where people gathered. It was just huge and open and clean, empty. And so 4 of us, we slept in the front room. So everyone else had left that morning to go down again. It always happens when they go up to Telegraph Avenue. Things happen when they go to Telegraph.
Yeah.
And I'm there by myself. And I pull out my guitar and I just start playing, and I was just exploring, it was a acoustic guitar. I'm just, letting it drift and play what comes to mind. Then I got that out of my system. I stopped playing and I hear someone whisper in my ear, a woman's voice saying, "That was nice."
What?
Oh.
Holy crap.
And there's no one in there. And I heard it plain as day. I didn't imagine it.
Oh, yeah.
I heard her say that.
That's
and I was like, and I was just like,
stream from the grave.
Uh-huh.
Instead
I
of
just
you
said,
stop.
like,
Yeah.
thank you. I guess I'm
Yeah,
gonna go to
thank you.
Telegraph now.
Yeah, right.
Better than get
Well, you know,
out.
today we all have phones, we all have videos, and there's one show I love watching. It's called Classified Captures, and it's all ghost related on YouTube.
Mhm.
And it's amazing. I mean, just the stuff in the hospitals, because they got the cameras in the hospital. I saw one just the other night, and this person passed away, and I guess he was on a gurney out in the hallway. Them rise up out. I mean, but these days we all have cameras, we all have video. So I mean, people are doing shows, and some of this stuff, it's fake. It's CGI.
Most of it is. Yeah, unfortunately. But it's good entertainment. It's good entertainment.
CGI. But but I'd say a good percentage of it is real.
Green
You
screen.
watch it, and it's like your jaw hanging out. Like, damn, it's crazy. It's all around us. It makes me wonder who is around us. Are these people we knew? Yeah.
Right.
It makes me want. Like I say, nothing's happened here in years that I've been here. It was a different story. Seeing a person sitting here in my workstation.
Yeah, that's scary.
In the kitchen, that kind of thing. Yeah, it's crazy.
I mean, I always think like, our eyes only see certain frequencies of light, our
Yes.
ears hear only certain frequencies of sound.
Right.
And there's a
Right.
lot of other things that operate outside, what the construct of our brains can receive, and can understand,
I believe that.
can
Sure.
translate.
Sure. Yeah,
Right.
yeah, I believe that.
So,
Well, hey, Miss Lily, you're welcome to come join us Sunday night if you wish. It's kind of a special thing I'm doing with Twilight transmissions. If not, we'll just see you on Wednesday. I'll remind you, if you feel
Okay.
like coming in and hanging out.
I go to San Jose
Yeah.
on Sunday, so it's a maybe. But we'll see.
Oh, do
If I
you?
get back in time.
I
Yeah.
figured you might be busy. I usually don't
Yeah.
do that. I like to keep it to Wednesday. It's my one night. And I figure just do that. But once in a while, people can't make it for whatever reason. Like another friend of mine goes to night school, and I told him I really would like to get you on a Wednesday. So that might be. My new season starts in July. So Dave, you start off the last month of the season with techno poetry, and then we do our interview. And I'm looking forward to it, man. It'll be a lot of fun. So
Yeah.
much love, Dave. So good to see
Yeah,
you, brother.
Dave.
love
And-
you guys.
Miss
Good
Lily,
night.
you. And with that, I'm going to end the stream. Peace.
Bye, guys.
Bye.